Welcome to Return to the Office. I'm Nicole North, president of Whiteboard Learning.
And I'm Paula Menelakakis, CEO and founder of Bridalwood Professional Development.
And let's be honest, return to office wasn't just a policy change. It disrupted routines, boundaries, energy levels, and a lot of nervous systems.
Leaders are being told to bring people back now, while employees are thinking, I just rebuilt my life. What do you mean, full-time in office?
This podcast is about the messy middle, the awkward first weeks back, the office gossip, and the pressure to perform before people have actually re-regulated.
No corporate fluff, no pretending this is easy.
Just honest conversations, practical strategies, and a bit of humor, because this is Return to Office. Welcome to Return to Office. My name is Nicole North.
Paula Menelakakis.
And we're pleased to be here today. Today is all about support, the nervous system's green light.
That's right.
So in a lot of big organizations, support is often kind of like disguised as, I support you, I've got your back. But let's really talk what support looks like, sounds like, and feels like in the new normal, the new return to office. So some of our key topics for today might be things like what's perceived support versus actual support, why sometimes some of our symbolic gestures still matter and mean something. Do we need to re-onboard? Why perks don't count as support, and how support actually boosts resilience and motivation, and maybe kind of ekes into psychological safety, which is our next episode.
Yeah.
So let's start. I have a question for you. That's what makes support feel genuine instead of performative?
Well, I love this topic, so you know it's fantastic. What you said in our last episode with leader, that's, if you follow that model, I think that is exactly what's needed.
Listen, echo, empathize, thank, evaluate, and resolve.
Yeah. So if I come to you as an employee and you use this method to acknowledge and echo and do all those great things you said, go ahead, say it.
I'm agreeing.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that's exactly what I need. And I think that is a very humanitarian and respectful. And no matter what age or where I'm from, I believe that would resonate with anyone, because you are acknowledging and echoing my concerns. You're working with me to consider options. You're not downplaying them, and you're not giving me lip service. Because I think one of the worst things you could say is, well, join the line, or welcome to the club. There's 7 people ahead of you. Yeah, so what, Paula? Get over yourself. You're not that important. I've had a leader say that to me once, right? He said to me, you're not that important. And in my head, I was like, what does it matter how important I am? I'm coming to you with a genuine concern, right? And instead of doing those things, I got a different backlash. But I believe in my heart of hearts that everyone wants to do the best job they can at work. They want to feel valued and bring value. So when we put people in this environment where they're supported, then I believe we can bring our best selves to work.
I like that. So if I'm hearing you correctly, that's me doing the echo skill.
I appreciate that.
If I'm hearing you correctly, when leaders actively listen, really listen.
Yep.
And my favorite line for practicing whether you are actively listening or not is, are you waiting to say what you want to say? Or are you actually listening to what's being said? Because I'm a talker. Yeah. I sometimes am like, please stop talking. I have a very funny story to tell. Yeah. Right? But I know that in those moments, I am not actively listening. I heard a sound bite and then immediately said, what can I say here? What story can I tell? What statement can I make? What exception can I give? What comfort I've stopped listening. Mm-hmm. So when you listen with the intention of repeating back, it forces you to listen very carefully. Mm-hmm. So what I'm hearing you say is when we actively listen, when we echo back, when we provide real empathy, because remember, my empathy doesn't have to be like, I'm so sorry you have to commute, or I hate that you have to commute, or I hate that we're all back in the office. Empathy can just be as simple as, this is really hard.
Yeah.
This sucks.
That's right.
The commute is sucking.
Yeah.
I hear you. I feel you. It's so simple to just say, I can see this is a struggle. I see this is hard.
Yeah.
And don't compare it to you. Don't compare it to someone else. Don't compare it to Bob's team. And definitely don't say, well, at least you're not like so-and-so who lives in Guelph. Like, that's also not helpful.
It's like comparing your kids. You can never do that, right? It's the same thing. Don't do that with your team. Yeah. Never the same.
So this real, genuine, authentic listening, validating an experience. And then, what I love about leader is then it doesn't just sit in the past. So what do we need to do to move forward?
Right.
And I love that when in that evaluate stage, it's a two-way street. I'll always ask the other person, what ideas do you have?
Yep.
And if they don't have any, that's okay. I'm full of ideas. Right? You don't have any, I'll offer you some.
Yeah.
But let me at least give you the opportunity. And then let's it's like a brainstorming session. What are all the possible options? Okay, Paula, flying to the office in a UFO, not feasible. We'll cut that one.
And you might not know the art of the possible, right? Like what, especially if you're new to the office world, you haven't been in the office in 5 years. How do I know what's possible? So I might be coming to you with, this is my problem. And you could tell me, well, I can tell you that some people have done this. Some people have done that. This is an option. That's an option.
Yeah. And that's okay to do.
That's okay too. Like you don't need to add names, but you could show options or ideas because there's going to be a precedent set. We know this, right? We're going to have to start setting precedents because we will not be able all to fit into a square peg into a circle, right? That's going to be the challenge.
Okay. So if this is what good sounds like, I think we should also be really clear of what bad sounds like.
Yep.
What's performative or perceived support?
I guess that's what we used to call in the 80s lip service.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're just talking.
All in this together, Paula.
Yeah. Like God forbid, don't say that to me. I'd want to spoke in the eye. Right? You're to say, right?
It's the new normal, Paula.
Yeah. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, so that's when you do what I used to do then, just pray. Sit back, pray for the best, hope for, some type of hand of God to come down and help you, right? And figure out what to do there. But as a leader, as an employee, as an individual contributor, as a project person, look for opportunities to, what do we call this? Green light? What was the episode called?
Support is the nervous system's green light.
So I
think, and we should, Sister and Kaylee, so let me know if I've got this right. But the way I understand that is without support, my nervous system is dysregulated. I'm in fight or flight. And so my favorite fact, hot fact,
want to hear
hot
it.
Flash.
Yeah, tell me your hot flash.
A hot flash is that when your brain goes into an amygdala reaction. So I'm not a neuroscientist, but here's my understanding of this whole thing.
Okay.
Your amygdala is your reptilian brain. It's the brain that existed in us, before we even probably morphed into humans.
Okay.
And it was used to scan for threats. So your brain is constantly scanning for threats. Wildebeests attacking you in your sleep.
Okay.
Saber-toothed tigers eating your babies.
Got it. You're so funny. Okay.
Whatever it is, right? Your brain is scanning for these things. And when it sees these things, it makes a choice. Do I fight the saber-toothed tiger? Mm-hmm. Right? Do I fight back? Do I compete? Uh-huh. Do I flight? Do I fly away? Do I go running? Or now they've added fight, flight, freeze. So do I freeze and maybe hope the saber-toothed tiger doesn't notice my movement? Or do I appease? I feed the tiger my most unattractive child in hopes that... Just kidding. I love all my children. Right? Do I appease the tiger, feed it something else in hopes that it leaves me and my family alone?
Yeah.
And so our brains have continued to maintain this amygdala that is constantly scanning for threats. However, the threats are no longer so serious as saber-toothed tigers hunting us in our sleep.
Okay.
It's like an email from Karen or,
Love it. Okay.
It's Bob and his toenail clippings next
Okay.
door that like are perceived as a threat. So let's lay it all clear now.
Yeah.
Calling us back to the office puts me in a position of threat because I now have these new expectations that I don't know if I can meet. I have social expectations. I have collaboration expectations, commuting expectations, wardrobe expectations.
That's right.
That I am fearful that if I do not perform to what your expectations are, that I will be overlooked, dismissed.
That's right.
Not rewarded.
Yeah.
And, again, if I can't help but put that mom hat on. If I have to leave more times than you do,
That's right.
Are you going to do better than me at work?
Absolutely you are.
And so these are the
and we
new
know
threats.
it. Yeah.
Right? These are the new
That's right.
threats. So the idea here is that if leaders can provide real support,
Yeah.
that I should not go into fight or flight. And here's what I was getting at from the get-go.
Okay.
When our brain is in fight or flight, we lose the equivalent of 10 to 15 IQ points. So if I am fighting back, if you say, Nicole, you came in at 9:15 today, that's not your start time, and I get ready to fight, and I go, but the TGC, blah, 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 blah,
Right.
and I get ready to fight, I'm not using my logical brain.
Right.
I'm reacting out of threat. If I ignore your email, right, I'm not using my IQ. I'm not using my logic. But if we have true, genuine support, and you as a manager say to me, hey, Nicole, it's 9:15. Good morning.
Or say nothing at all. Just say nothing.
But let's just say
no, man, they shouldn't say nothing at all. Come on, if you're nitpicking for 15 minutes, you got problems.
Fair, but if I'm 15 minutes late every single day, then we got to do something.
Then that's a conversation in a one-on-one.
But the conversation is, hey, Nicole, here's been the week. What's going on? Tell me what's up.
There you go. That's the conversation.
That's real support.
Right.
Like let me hear about it.
Let me hear what you have to say.
Understand.
Right.
Let me be empathetic, and let's problem solve together.
Right.
Let's leader this.
That's right. Let's leader this.
Leaders, let's leader this.
That's right. So I hear you. I get it. We need the support, and this is the support we need. So let's talk about some of the support tools that we might see. And I'm curious to see if we do see. And if anyone's listening to this, which I like to believe somebody will, tell us if you got any of this support.
Crickets out there.
We don't know. No, it's great. I think we have the whole world listening. Okay, so did you get a return? Did you get an onboarding program for coming back?
Oh,
did you get
re-onboarding?
Yeah, and I don't mean pizza.
For 20 years.
Yeah, I don't mean pizza. I don't mean pizza or refined sugar or none of that. I don't mean any of that. Or you know what? Like I don't mean just a smile or a pen that I never use because I do everything on my laptop. I just want to know, was this an actual onboarding program that talked about smells? What are you wearing? Right?
Salmon in the microwave. Rears its ugly head.
Yes, it comes back again. Right? So those are the options. What happens if there's 3 people on your floor? Let's pretend I work for a big bank. Okay, let's pretend. I don't. So right now I don't. So, or not supporting one yet. So let's say I work for a big bank. We're 60 people on the floor. You got a project leader, a design person, and a communication person. Are you guys going to hop in a meeting room or are you going to take the call remote? What are you going to do? What's your standards? Right? You have people in Montreal. Yeah, they have to be on the call, but you're in Toronto. So what are you going to do? You guys going to hop in a meeting room or are you just going to take it? If you're just going to take it at your desk, like, come on. But at the same time, right, you might not have a choice because there might only be 4 meeting rooms and those ones are already taken.
It sounds like you're talking about reestablishing norms and ground rules.
There you go.
One of the key elements of high-performing teams. So if our, executive from TD who said bringing people back to the office is about strengthening culture and optimizing team performance, then we need to work through some of those core elements of high-functioning teams, which include mission, vision, values. Because I mean, fundamentally, your business mission probably hasn't changed, whether you're in office or remote, but the values under which you operate might.
Yep.
And if you are now telling me that team performance is what we're trying to do here, then I better see some team collaboration or something in my value statement that says that is how I'm supposed to do my work, or in my re-onboarding thing that says, hey, now that we're together, we're using the boardrooms.
Right.
We're using the whiteboards.
Right.
We're brainstorming.
That's right.
We're leveraging the things that we couldn't before.
Right. Are we going to have cross-functional meetings? Are we going to use this time that we're together in office to how we have inter-country or inter-development conversations so we could learn better? Would we consider doing that? Will there be open spaces? Am I allowed to walk into the different floors and walk around? What will...
Oh gosh, the card access alone.
Yeah, the card access, yeah.
Folks that are listening, please email us with how long it took to get your card reactivated this week.
That's actually be a fun one. Yeah. And how were you onboarded back? Were you just assumed that the way you worked at home is the way you'd work in the office? That would be interesting to know.
So why does re-onboarding matter?
Because
after remote work specifically.
Yeah. Well, we established that when we went into this free fall of COVID and working from home, we had introduced some virtual ideas of Teams, Zooms, and they were hard to get buy-in, right? However, once COVID started and the buy-in was very quick because we saw the need, it was necessity, just like change, right? If there's a need, but like adult learning, if you need it, you're going to learn how to do it. Like driving. If I live in the city, I can take the bus as long as it's working, right? But if I'm out further, I'm going to have to learn how to drive. Your need changes. So now our need has changed. We have a need now to build and invest in high-performing teams, bringing them back. So we need to establish this.
It's really interesting. I was teaching a client at the University of Toronto the other day, and we used one of the tools I really love. The psychometric I use for personality is Reach, and they have a culture survey. And we were working through their culture survey, and of the 16, indicators of culture, one point is rapport building. And they said, when you increase rapport building, it has 5 times the effect as any of the other cultural elements, cultural dimensions.
Interesting. Rapport. Define rapport.
Oh, I love the word rapport. It sounds so old-fashioned, so old-timey. Pass me my pocketbook. I'd love to have some rapport.
What is that?
I call it like we talked about it in my course yesterday. It was like the warmth you have in a relationship. And so I think part of it is, to me at least, is a bit chemistry, like, because we all have this. You and I got on the phone and within 5 minutes we're fast friends. And
I loved you at hello.
I loved you at hello. Yeah. You had me at hello. Build rapport really quickly, and that's natural. Someone with a very different personality disposition that's much more sedated, much more quiet, much more reserved, not as vulnerable, not as open quickly. I don't have the same level of rapport with. I have to work at it.
Yeah.
I have to say, okay, you're a different
person.
A different disposition than me. Therefore, I need to approach you, with certain people I get together and my hands are waving and my voice is going. And, with other groups, I have to be much more reserved and toned down if I want to have impact. So, to me, some actual support that might be really critical in this return to office is teaching people how to build rapport again.
I never knew you could teach that. I'll be honest with you. I had learned something new right now.
Well, one of the elements of building rapport is mirroring. So,
like the way we're sitting with each other, that's very interesting.
Yeah. So if I wanted to, if I felt like I didn't feel like there was and rapport is kind of on a scale, right? It goes from at the highest level, full trust, all the way to maybe distrust or loathing, right? And then it meets somewhere in the middle at neutral. So with any individual, you are going to have some identified level of rapport. And some tools that you can use to increase rapport is to mirror. So if, you're quite lower energy than me, or more demure or more formal in the way you speak, if I wanted to resonate with you, I might try to mirror that with you so that there was sameness. So I used to talk about this. I had a partner once that used to say, we would go to a party and he's like, oh, you're going to get into a compliment circle now, right? You're going to get, well, I love your scarf. Oh, great shoes. Nice purse. Where'd you get it? And
Compliment circle. I've never heard that before.
right? And I was like, oh, I said, that's how women build rapport. Right?
I didn't know that.
I love your hair. I love the color.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a way to say, I like what you have. Therefore, we have some sameness. Now, let me be frank and clear. Let me speak to the third wall here. The fourth window. What's it called? The fourth dimension.
Talk
Fourth
to our
wall.
people, your peeps.
Let me be clear here. Complimenting someone's scarf or hair is not the end goal of building rapport.
Fair. But it's a nice way to open the door.
It's a door opener. So not everyone should be running around complimenting each other's scarves at this point.
Yeah.
Nor do I suggest you, copy exactly what someone's doing to mimic it perfectly. But what I'm saying is use your eyeballs and listen and seek sameness. Seek sameness to build up that rapport. And then I would say you can layer on things like
Wasn't that what Tuckman says? The first thing you do when you meet a group of people is you look for norming. Right? What are we all alike? Women are together. People who are the same height or same credentials.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there is a bias there that is also that you can't let that bias that only sameness creates.
Right.
That, right?
Yeah, we're just having this conversation for rapport.
For HR.
Yeah.
For HR to know.
Yeah.
Right?
HR ninjas come flying from the sky.
Exactly. But this idea of asking really genuine, open-ended questions. So if I can't find visual rapport or subject matter rapport, then my next tactical defense mode, I'm going to pull out my SWAT team vest, is to start asking questions. Tell me about your work. Tell me about what you like to do on the weekends.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of what drives me nuts is, how was your weekend? Good. How's your week going? Busy. Crazy. There's no information being shared. It is,
but people
that
always,
is performative.
Yes.
Asking someone how their weekend is performative. Asking me how my day is performative.
Love it.
Asking me how my weekend is and my Christmas is performative. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's disingenuous. It's just not a real question.
Right.
Tell me about your Christmas. Oh, well, now I have to come up with something.
That's right.
Tell me about what's lighting you up today. Tell me about what your challenge is today. Tell me about what you're working on this week. Tell me about how return to office is going. Now you are seeking to understand.
Yeah.
And to me, that is building data intelligence that allows you to provide the support that people are looking for that's genuine and not performative. Because now I have genuine support for you, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about how return to office is going. You're struggling with the meetings piece. Let's talk through it.
Right.
This, Karen has a different problem. Bob and his toenails has another problem, And if I'm sitting there and actually personalizing my support, that is what makes support genuine.
It's wonderful.
Cut. And mic drop.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. Well, very well said. I learned a lot. So thank you very much. Rapport just comes to me naturally.
And that's a beautiful point.
Yeah. But to be honest, now I understand what you mean by teaching it. So I see value now.
Because for someone like you and I, who are probably people, have a bit of extroversion in us, this comes naturally. For some of you that are more task focused or maybe a little bit more methodical, maybe a bit more reserved, less like Paula and I would tell you all the details of our, within 5 minutes, she knew everything about my personal life, to the, what dollar is in my bank account, right? But other people are much more reserved.
Yeah.
Those are the people I struggle to build rapport with.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't understand you. You're not the same as me. You're holding back. Whereas one of the reasons, and I often say this, why do extroverts or people overshare?
Yes.
Because we're trying to like serve you up, something to give you to find sameness. Let me tell you about my trauma. Sameness? No? Okay. Next. Let me tell you about my favorite restaurant. Sameness? No? Okay, next.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm constantly talking, not because I like hearing the sound of my own voice, but because I'm seeking connection.
Yes, connection. Okay.
So let's send everyone on rapport building training, because I think if our TD spokesperson is correct and we want to build team performance and optimize this culture that you're bringing everyone back for, then rapport building is your number one.
And that's a perfect, because one of our points on our notes here is
I didn't look at them.
No, neither did I, but now I did, because I thought maybe we should, because it's only fair to Kaylee. You did the notes, so right, we want to make that nod. That's a low cost training right there, right? Just having that conversation, building that rapport, and I love how self-aware you are. You are so, like, honest to God, like, it's just wonderful. You are so self-aware. You understand exactly what you need. You're right into it. And I'd love to date you because, right, you know exactly what you get. Yeah, fair, right?
It's true.
It's true.
She'll no tell you, here.
I need this. Great, I'm in because I understand, right? Where now it's like you have to close your eyes, turn those tea leaves around and hope you got the right thing. But this is very good. So, but now how about someone that's not like you? So like you have a conversation like we did right now. What are some tips, some tricks, some thoughts for bringing the people that are not as articulate or not as ready and willing to share what they need?
Open-ended questions. Open-ended questions is a skill that is, and it's fascinating. I'm not even great at them. I have to practice them because I'm so used to just babbling about what I want and what I need and sharing stuff with you that I sometimes forget that other people need prompting.
Yeah. That's known as the first statement.
My sister-in-law is incredible.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh, tell me about that. How did that make you feel? And you leave a conversation with my sister-in-law and you feel like $1 million. You also feel like a bag of shit because you realize you didn't ask one question to her because she asked you so many interesting questions that like dug right into your soul. You forgot to ask her questions. So asking open-ended questions. So open-ended questions are those that don't end in a yes or no or aren't questions we ask every day. How are you? How's your weekend? How's your day?
Right.
And my favorite open-ended question, which is actually a statement. So grammar police, you can just hold your fire.
I'm not good at grammar, so you're safe here.
Tell me about your weekend.
Okay.
Tell me about your work experience. Tell me about your
That's
commute.
engaging. That's a very engaging statement.
It inspires a story. Mm-hmm. And it also, open-ended questions also requires patience. So I know as a facilitator, when I ask a question like, what do you think key elements of culture are? And the room is silent and I gag a little. And my instinct is to be like, I mean, like, do you think culture is this? And do you think culture is that?
Right, you want to answer for them.
I immediately shut down the conversation. And do you think the culture is about people? And they'll go, nothing. I got nothing out of them.
Yeah.
So the key is,
stay quiet.
Tell me what you think builds a great culture.
And just wait.
And you hold on that silence. Mm-hmm. Same in a one-on-one conversation with those really awkward, quiet people who never tell you anything.
Yeah.
Ask them a question, sit in it. To me, I like to reframe the silence from gagging to be like, oh, I have a good question. It means they have to think. Mm-hmm. It means they're going to give me something thoughtful. They got to reflect. So now I know I've done a good job.
So I guess the thing you wouldn't do is just go up to them and hug them. That's not going to work.
I mean, that's my instinct.
That's my instinct too. That's my just go up there and just give a big squeezy hug.
We're giving this is a public service announcement to huggers. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it as much as you want to. That's really good advice. I really like that advice. You've given me a lot today. I have a lot to think about, and I feel that I'm going to have a lot to ask you, but this has been really, really educational for me. I really just want to say thank you. It's wonderful. Wonderful talking to you.
Support really tells people that they matter, but ultimately you've got to feel safe enough to give me something back. So next week on the pod, when we're wearing different sweaters, but maybe the same socks.
Pants.
We're going to talk about psychological safety and how we can create some safety in workplace to actually enable this.
Sounds great.
Until next time, I'm Nicole North.
I'm Paula Menelakakis.
That wraps up this episode of Return to Office.
Thanks for listening. Whether you're commuting, hiding in a boardroom, or pretending this is background noise.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And if this made you laugh, not aggressively, or feel a little less alone, like, share, or leave us a review.
We'll see you next time back at the office.